can speak specifically to the infrastructure legislation that we had passed a few months back in the United States. And the money is just beginning to flow. We have some concerns about wanting to make sure that the intent of the legislation is met, and yet it's such a vast undertaking that at some point, the expression "all politics is local." It's going to come down to state by state how the implementation happens, and I have to assume that across other countries it's similar as well. That it all comes down to where is the project. It's an enormous challenge, and I think going forward it's way more than just roads and bridges and streets. It's broadband, it's electrification of buildings, it's providing charging stations for electric vehicles, which I think in the United States we're probably way behind the rest of the civilized world, so to speak. And these are technologies that are really going to put stress on utility systems that we have in place right now. And so I think we've been the beneficiaries of many, many years of being able to design to kind of basic project types. And now that's all changing. And so we have to be forward thinking enough to be able to understand how electrifying a building impacts the power grid, and putting broadband in across the country affects other utilities. And I think on the one hand it presents enormous opportunities for engineers, because I'll keep going back to we're problem solvers, and that's a great problem to solve. But again, a lot of it is new, and being able to put the appropriate teams together to make it successful is going to be a challenge. If it's not reflected that way, then we're missing a big opportunity. So I think it's just a way of approaching how we do what we do, and wanting to take that on, and it shouldn't be a big challenge. I keep using the word challenge. This is not where the challenge should be happening. If we're doing leadership recognition, it can't just be short-term results. It's got to be long-term commitment as well. And not just of the particular leader, but the company that they represent, and and the team. I think that if you think out, so much of the work that we're having to do right now has goals that are set in 2050, 2035. It's way down the road. And then, before you know it, 2050 is going to be here. And then what is the next set of goals? And have we been able to make a difference as we get there? And, so I think if you're not looking at both the short and the longer range results and intents, then I don't know how you can establish true industry leadership.